Hey guys, how's it going? You would not think that in the Northeast it'd be 65 degrees out in the middle of March. But it is, and it has been, and seems to be staying that way. So I'm gonna call it an early spring. And because of that, I think it's time to start playing with the toys. And that's a toy I want to go play with. So, Krusty's been hibernating away in here. Along with all the crap that's in the back of it. And we're gonna go take the crap and bring it over to Brian's house and put it in the shed that we stored Krusty in last year. Checking to see, I've had a cat visiting once in a while in there. Anyway, so I figured this would be a good cold start video, hopefully. And we'll take it out of its cave. And see if she lives again. And worst case, it just goes right back in here. And the weather goes bad, but it's been too nice to have been leaving it in here. Looks like that tire might have an issue. Yeah, that one's pretty low. So, let me grab the airline. Actually, let me go open the doors and start getting prepped and ready and all that kind of happy stuff. And get some of the junk out of the way. And fire her up. Missed it by about a foot. Ain't it always the way? Yeah, we'll go fire it up and thump it forward, then we'll get some air in it. Yeah, I got more room this time though. Let's see if we take a pass. Watch out for that. I already dropped the toolbox on it too. Put a scratch in it. I was pissed. But then I went to go look find the scratch afterwards, and it's got so many scratches in it that I couldn't find it, so I wasn't as pissed anymore.
I don't think you're going to hurt the overall quality of
At least it wasn't
Krusty.
the yellow one, yeah. I was moving that big blue roll, and that hit something else, which hit something else, and had a Goldberg effect, and that red toolbox came crashing down.
Of course.
And it's my fault for being a hoarder, but not like it would be anybody else's fault. I think that's plates for a double cab.
We should drive that today too.
I'm down to drive. Doesn't smell like mice.
That's good.
Got light. Get some fuel.
Takes a while. Oh.
Good battery. Might not have spark.
It'll be fine.
That ain't being too good. Doesn't want to come out and play.
Didn't want to play.
One more time and then we gotta go clean. Ah!
Here we go. Oh, there she is.
There you go. That might be a problem.
It's only flat on the bottom.
Yeah. flat on the top when we're coming around. Got a little of it. Come on now.
It's good. Sand ready.
It's not like it's right on the river. All right, now we can go haul this over and get all the goodies out of it and check the oil and open the lid and see if there's any critters running around. We're going in. No fuel piston, that's a good sign. No mice coming out on fire. Yeah. We'll check the oil and go for a little ride. Focus. There you go. And we're off. Little VW conga line. He didn't want to follow me. He's afraid something was going to fall out. I told him Lamont never had anything fall out of us. See in front of the sun. Making noise. I think it sat for 5 months. I want to say I put it away in early November. I think. I'm not positive. I got brakes. It was a low. Put some oil in it. They sound a little funny to you guys. It's a bunch of dental work done 3 days ago when I'm paying for it. Alright, we're gonna go around the back to the shed. That shed right there. He's in that cave. Go for a second. Here's where I lose the stuff. Alright, we gotta go for first. It's 75 degrees in here. Right through there. Plenty of room. Yeehaw. So yeah, I got mud and snow tires. And we're in. So that just has to go there. Home sweet home. Yeah, I get the sucker unloaded and all packed away in here. Speedo calibration, 35, 35, we're on the money. We're all emptied out. Just gotta go to the gas station, fill her up, and I want to fill up my little reserve can. So I don't have any worries. I'm gonna go for a nice little Sunday afternoon drive and cruise my worries away, so to speak. All the toys are out. Tis the season. And checking all the last year's stuff out, see what's still around. It's still there, didn't go anywhere. Keep them in mind, don't you know? And there's another one still sitting. It's mid-70s convertible from California. It was whacked in one of the fenders. I stopped and talked to that guy a couple years ago. And he's gonna do something with it. You know how that goes. So, I'll keep putting, stopping by when I see him. Put a note on the car kind of deal. But eventually they'll do something with it. Maybe. And I stopped and spun around and talked to the guy with the red bus. We may work something out with fixing his white Toyota pickup, not going to 4-wheel drive for maybe a trade or whatnot. There's not much left of that one. If you guys haven't seen it, I did a video on that a while ago, and it was really rotted out underneath. Everything was gone, frames gone. But it's an early bay. I forget what year it was. I want to say it's a 71 also, but it's between a 68 and a 71. And you can still kind of find bays right now. I mean, it's hard. They're out there, but they're the next thing that's going to go through the roof, especially anything camper-wise. 10 years from now, bay windows are going to be where split windows are now. So a real clean split window, anything starting 20 grand for something decent. And some clean bays are asking for that now, but bays go all the way up to, you guys just saw the auction. The splitties are going up to 200 grand, and that was like not the top of the food chain there, but you get the idea. So the thing is, how much space do you have to hoard all that stuff and keep it, and try to keep your junk under control. I have a friend where I keep some stuff, as you saw, but you can't wear out your welcome as far as that's concerned too. Let's see if I can hold you guys and shift and do all that kind of happy stuff. There we go. So, it's kind of worth grabbing what you can. I know VW Darren and Easy Jeezy have been going back and forth between quality of motors and stuff's not available anymore. Those guys like building high performance motors. I kind of stick to more. I personally would rather run a stock 1600 in anything. Dual port or single port. I don't have really a preference to one or the other. Single port stuff's getting a little harder to find. Dual port stuff is still available, but I'd rather rummage through my factory German stuff than try to find the new stuff that everybody's dealing with now. The quality is just gone so crappy, it's ridiculous. Some stuff you don't have a choice for, as far as like rebuild kits and whatnot. That stuff's kind of dried up. Is there something funky coming the other way? A little bit. Made in Germany stuff is getting hard to find. I know plug wires aren't available from Bosch anymore. They stopped making for the air-cooled uprights. I went and I grabbed 3 sets off of eBay for a normal price, between 20 and 40 bucks. A set of old stuff, new old. I mean, you could always buy like NGK or something like that, some other kind of brand, but the quality's not there. They don't have the porcelain insulators. They don't have they're just not the same stuff. So going back to the red bay window, west that you saw there, stuff that you don't think has a value to it, all of a sudden starts to again, because you just everything's so trashy. Carburetors. How many new carburetors I bought? They're supposed to be the better ones. You shut them off, the flow bulb drains halfway down every time you shut it off because they drilled too far into the valve body, and they drilled it right into the venturi. So when it's running, it just drips in. But when you shut it off, you actually see the carburetor will drip 5 tablespoons worth of fuel in it. You go to start it up 5 minutes later, it's flooded. It takes a bit to start. So I'd rather try to get an old one to work again than bother trying with a new one. Well, that's my kind of rant. Anyway, so I like the stock motors. I think if you put them up together stock, they hold up quite well once you start going for high performance. Not that I'm against it, it just gets very expensive because you make one thing stronger than something else fails, and then you got to kind of beef everything up together. Keep a stock motor with a yard sale sign. Well, that looks like a yard sale sign. And there's the yard sale. We're gonna go check that out and turn around. You know, with the motors with the cooling fins and thermostat's still working and all the proper tins in their right location, and make sure you paint them black, you don't go funky colors, and they overheat, and they seem like they do what they're supposed to do, even running old crap that I piece back together. But I'm gonna go check out a yard sale. So nothing at that other yard sale, but tonight stopped and saw a moving sale at this house, and there was a bug over there. I inquired about that, and I think they're gonna keep it, but I guess the woman's gonna have it on her own. So I said, if you need any help repairing it, I can do that, or if you want to sell it, contact me. So again, that's one of those in the future kind of deals. All right, on for the rest of my ride. Got one on my tail. It's like a 70 Bronco, I guesstimate. Look at these guys. That's a launch in the boat. That's gotta be some cold water. It's literally, it's March 13th. That's a flag.